do I owe the honor? So, what'll it be? Anything else?
Did you see that? There's talk of these skies driving.
It's our job.
Otto.
The realm? As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies.
And Gav.
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turn foul.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of...
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the... Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the... Could be that they don't.
I suppose...
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few topple.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off storm. The world in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their... Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
There's a storm coming, Sid.
Let me guess.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful son? But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost. You will forgive me,
Certainly not. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you. What subject shall we consider today?
Clive,
Only one.
it would. Actually, we had as many owls arrive while you were at the show. Martha's got a cache at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage, and even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference, which means...
There's Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
的人，哎，
Fancy a look at the list, do
要
you?
玩这个
Quick
顶
look.
阿婆了， 顶起来，
Always something, isn't there?
这个大家已经渐渐的 AFK 了。
你已经100集了吗？
早，他们100集好几天了。
那现在讲没东西打、
就继续就玩不同的 build 啊。
但我觉得你说装备都打到了吗？
我差不多啊，
这么快？
我2如1的都该有的都有了。
难怪大家 AFK 一下打到了。
What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell
要
dark,
打那种
we
没有
had
人
our
打到
first
的啊。
visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here. The rest are still down
现在
there
现
now.
在这个出货率超低的这个
Fighters holding
阿公
back.
剑，
They're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That
可
we
是那
join
不
the
是
fight.
盗贼？
I thought you'd never ought now.
没有啊，
Where
阿
I
公剑
lead
是
you
那
is
个
the
啊，
Fallen Gate.
全职业
That's
的
where
啊
the
祖
Fat
父
Men
哎，
know you come to help.
哦，
Something tells me they'll be pleased to.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Yeah.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them not.
Ready, girl? Yeah!
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my lord. We're here by Madame Martha's.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions.
Wait, men. Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the... Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked they were making ready to leave.
Martha! The scouting party's almost at the lift. But they got a pack of it, and they got wounded with them!
Damn it.
We'll worry about that, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight,
I will. You...
看这个太16，这个 FPS 太低啦。
Mad dogs.
I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help, and by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to...
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly... Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
It's over.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled...
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade.
I see you're all in one.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookouts saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. too thick to be a hearth.
A second halt.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for East Pool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about that.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Continuing the potency spell. Mega Flare. Oh. Oh, explode.
Just patch me up as quick.
Good girl.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
There you go.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round to wait. Shall we? see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were in?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether the inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to...
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rep.
Well, when you put it...
My lord, there's someone... Oscar? It is an honor to make your acquaintance. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch?
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not for me to... Yes. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, I would learn the duties of a shield from the fight.
But I'm a shield no longer. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man... You have accomplished much since taking... And I would sooner... not that Sir Wade... It's all right. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my...
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it...
Sid. Your new companion appears Should I be worried?
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your stolers said that Dalamil has a bandit.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Okay. But the fact is, I have more immediate...
What did you say to me?
As if... Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has...
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to it?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for... We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a...
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that.
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be...
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out my... Come back when you're ready to talk like adult.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're...
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason is these accursed skies. Or an entire city.
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For...
So, you see my predicament? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but if left to smolder. That my thoughts both sides wish to protect their homes and
And if there's one thing bandits...
What would Sid the Outlaw?
Well, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them before presenting them with...
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city up.
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your faces are... Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Picturing Conrad. Ah, here she is. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane? Come on.
A pleasure, mine.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire.
Victor says you told him that there aren't any men left to hire. Is that
True as the crystal's crack. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the... And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were...
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this...
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our mob, which means that now, if our humble town is to endure not only this hardship...
All right, if it will. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briars.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted that with time...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury.
I take it your scouts found them.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears all.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole...
I have a favor to... I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert. In a move, doubtless, intended very well.
Jill and I will meet those...
The rest, my friend, the city stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil...
That is a lot of faith to put into those...
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are...
I thought you might...
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
Too slow. They need to overwhelm us. Fire and blaze!
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did...
Without you say...
We all...
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that visitors from the clan were granted. It only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the... We are united. As for you, Sid... I'll take that as a compliment.
So, where did you learn the bandits maybe know?
Mummy. The gentleman of the town guard.
Are you looking for something in particular? My thanks. Anything else I can take off your hands? Fare you well.
Run like the wind. Enough of you, are there? Back to the stables, girl. That's all ready.
Not the gods forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. So empty your pockets.
are deserted. Let's go.
Get off the boat. Careful.
Thanks, girl. Dark commercials again. But not for long. Let's try.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Woodland Pass of the Empire.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. All yours.
Ooh.
All done?
What do I use? Did you use aim and exploit?
Still alive, are ya? You'll not find a better price than that.
Thanks, Gal. This beast isn't to be trifled with. Come on. Be safe. Ready, go? Faster! You deserve a rest. Why am I doing this? not to be trifled with.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
So, what'll it be? That it? Fine.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Orange.
I can't do it.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures.
With the blue eyes. Yes, they've taken so many. Akash.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress?
Oh, no. She went.
Then we'll look for her there.
Four left for more on the captain's orders.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion. What more would you have us—
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for and protect them I shall. Because they are my charges. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town, but more than that, they are your sisters. So you have a—
She speaks the truth, you know. This here. It's all we have.
What we have left is our lives!
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's... I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did.
You're a pikeman, yes?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so... And a pack of them glowing things...
Leave that to...
My family!
Don't leave me, Pa.
Did you see the creatures that...
Creatures?
They came out of nowhere. They went...
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. Look!
I see them. With me!
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
Finished.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I...
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their post.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who... Nah, it's not the most selfless of motives. Now me, I never needed convincing. And the people I love. Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this is so, but it has solved one.
Our friends seem to have things under control.
see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you. All yours. Come again. I may. Have more for ya.
Was wondering when you had ours from all our friends thanking. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the
luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of them?
Let's see. Still, the nations are still in chaos, and the skies are still the colour of.
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part. Now's not the time to. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Tight.
Thank you, what?
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. End there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua!
Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Seems the hideaway is lost its...
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me...
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little... You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped?
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you...
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would... So...
A fried mort recipe seemed easy enough, only...
Yvonne said the recipe's in the culinary...
Wow. That's a kindly old fella who...
Fine. I'll go, and if...
You do...
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help me...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. Mid-scale. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I... Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memory.
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice. They were in the 8th.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book.
Ah, Valisthea, the young man did a wonderful job with the...
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and...
Ah, so the thing... Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name.
Dragon livers. How very Sambraquois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern.
So we know where to look for our liver.
But Saint's bonnet in contemporary, I gather, I may add.
Meaning that if I find...
Best of luck, and...
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time? Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set of scales, is it?
No.
Well, not anymore.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her creation?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said. The best way, I see...
Well then, your work is already half done.
The taking apart was easy enough, but...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom.
You three need to learn to take responsibility. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eye. All right. Every piece has its own role to play. And if even one of them... You already know one of the... This is called the arm. Why do you suppose...
You're right.
You've...
Good thinking.
These round parts are...
I do, but these aren't.
Well... This time... That's
You know.
not a bad... So...
I think we...
Then hit...
Well, obvious. Yes.
Oh, I just...
That's right.
Hi.
Yeah.
What do
With the...
You hear that?
Until...
Hey, look. We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be?
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. They dismantled...
Oh, no, Mid will have my...
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one who went...
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the...
Please, there's no need. She'd have them following her.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has...
She told me it was because her studies have been in...
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid... But that should come as...
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given...
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I think Nan might be in trouble.
It's all right.
Forker saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroat, but she'd never do business with baddies. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but she'd never...
よっしゃ、決まった。ファイナル。めっちゃいる。
Give your tongue a lashing, though, would you?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh.
Of course. Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul as...
You're doing good trade.
Can't complain. What exactly? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half...
Just... all right.
Oh. Are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to...
All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been...
And what? You believe it? Look. But that woman is no more.
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. I reckon you've got...
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, and that I, along with some other things, that while it sounds like she may have done things she...
Oh, I knew not. But why would people say she was? What did she ever...
No, but people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, that trader, he said they were all talking about her, and so that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading...
Oh, but that's...
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yoto is a flying scout. When Campbell was attacked, she had already begun gathering information.
Where is it there? We should pick up the pace.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Thanks, girl. We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly. With a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
You're injured. What happened here?
It swallowed our... my own... as of...
I'll go. Rest well, Salt. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Wake and win!
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is...
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things. Tabor is safe, thanks to you. You seem...
You must have me confused with some...
Wait.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Cosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you...
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill...
What of my ill will? Coward!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, though I hazard your life would be better spent in...
My oath!
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance.
No. Lord Kupka told...
Man. Like...
I am nothing like you. Just know.
Let's go.
nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Here, take a look at my wares. A fine choice. Anything else?
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well. My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been...
To the meadows, then.
That's what the cat...
This might take a while. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright red flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. Our way then. All right. Let's get this over with.
down!
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs.
My lord Marquis, it is you? Then you receive... I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord...
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in...
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did...
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's currents, and what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals, the subsequent darkening of the heavens, has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now common. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and with the realm threatens to... Your lord, uncle, however, believes there is a...
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my having enlisted.
Alas.
I have lost contact. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword. Yet in these dark times...
So you want me to... I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something. It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard are
Could be I know something.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever... Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war... And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn? Why, the good Reaper.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, you'll find her right here, plying her trade most...
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient type, you could... But it'd be a bolder man. Feeling bold, Now, if that's...
Sorry to...
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store?
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the...
All right.
You too, Goots.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it?
It was a fairly unconvincing so...
That's up to you. Die a slow death, boys.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
It's over!
Oh, you...
Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his he only wanted that... You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are...
What were you going to do?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Kai, who was only supposed to point that... Then you... Well... Go on.
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you...
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about...
For they are not lies. Every last word...
Goose.
He's gonna kill... He said she had to pay him...
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's... Goots, was it? Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No.
I don't care what she promised me, or I'll...
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice it too? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in me fair, though it was just Bogan. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've... What was it we called you?
You. Everything... It was all... And now you'll finally...
Gooch! If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go...
You great galoon! Out of the way, I can handle it! So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we... An eye for an eye. Wise words, What? And now, Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should...
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you did. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, but he crossed a line dragging poor Goots in. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got but...
Well, if he does, best we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lessons. But something tells me the Wet Legs is right. Let's get you back to...
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Ready, go?
Faster!
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master, so you can start by...
I already told... please!
I'll deal with this.
You that one's master. If you kind...
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to...
Oh, you're more than welcome. He hasn't had many visitors.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Much has changed in the Republic now.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to...
You're one of Rutherford's men. You sent me to look...
Well, then you have my thanks. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe...
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their rank.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind those who weren't recalled, now rule the fringes and...
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. Not at all. No. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll... There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Ready, go?
You deserve a rest. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me.
I'm not. I'm looking for...
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ari...
Of the 7 high houses of... It's been a long time since... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. I was on my way back from the old capital.
Bandits.
They looked more like field... It didn't matter in the end. I did...
Which way did they go?
South.
All right. Found an... You heard back...
Thank you.
just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be...
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by, as ill might befall the...
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their...
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrol. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of... When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the...
I shall return to... But
don't...
I suppose here... I shall send a...
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him.
Ah,
I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still...
Right.
I see you're still...
The rests. Speaking of which, I receive...
I only happen... They both seem to...
I am afraid that Storm isn't... And we must...
As it is...
Seems the hideaway's lost its... So?
I did, and he was...
And what precisely will I be cooking up?
Blueback wyvern liver.
Now then, let's hope...
And here we have it. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice?
So...
What? The crackle of the crust.
It is a tour de force.
I think he likes it.
I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking.
Oh.
Nothing like a dish of...
I didn't. I just thought...
I reckon the... You've all... And I'd have... Why, you fat...
Thank...
There's nothing he would...
That's as maybe. He'll need to start looking. Till then...
Of course.
Stop it. I don't...
Opportunity beckons. Who among... Is that blade for hire?
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. That an elder Dread Evis had been sighted, and Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity. But those that do...
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the like. Dread Eat, bring me the...
All right.
Of leave... I eagerly await your...
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve. Both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order, if there is none.
No.
You're great.
It's a canva, then. We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would...
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most... In my heyday, no obstacle. The answers I seek lying just what you do and old.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north. So I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfect.
Remember what you...